on customer service. On customer service, I posted this to Facebook originally, but I'll read it here. To be honest, I believe customer service has one of the strongest futures of any career path in this country and elsewhere. Long term, notably, into the automation age. Personality, persuasion, people skills, these are an area technology will be lacking in. That said, I've read stories. Customer service is currently one of the most grueling job experiences. Respect all people, especially those who strive to make your day more enjoyable. Whether a natural inclination of theirs or part of the job. So it's true, I do believe that customer service has a big future going into the 21st century, notably the automation age. Because at the end of the day, we have so many things that are automated, so many machines doing things for us, right? But I think that people still desire, notably with like the telephone and all these really impersonal electronic, like automated devices, there are some things that you don't want to talk to a person. You want to have, especially if you're an introvert, you want to have, and again, there's myths about extroverts and introverts and ambiverts, where they say, like, introvert doesn't mean that you don't like to talk to people, but it means you have less social energy. You don't derive as much energy from social interaction as an extrovert who does. But yeah, like some people just don't want to be talking to anybody at a given time. We've all had that moment where we want to do our own thing, read a book, just take it easy. Don't have to please anybody or present ourselves for people. Like we do that all week at work. We present ourselves, we get dressed up nice, we have to be nice and courteous and maybe even funny. But then we want to have some time for ourselves. But customer service, I think, will always have a great value because the personal touch, the human touch, I don't think any machine can quite replicate that. I think that we have something that can never be replicated by AI, as good as it gets. Like as good as it gets, and believe me, I'm waiting for the uncanny valley to be crossed, and people to have an experience where I think it's a real person talking to me, but it's AI. I'm waiting for that. But the thing is that making computers that are so imperfect, they're so, I almost want to say stupid. They're as stupid as us, human beings. To make that is going to be really difficult while also getting the job done. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe a computer programmer can correct me on that. But customer service will always have value. People will want to see real actors. They'll want to deal with real people on the phone. They'll want to hear a real voice. They'll want to make jokes. They'll want it to be a little awkward, but not too much. I think people will continue to want this. Now, people will sound projecting or something, but I think that this is what most people are looking for. Most people are not going, well, I can't wait for the day when everybody I talk to is Siri. I could say it, hey Siri. She didn't hear me. But no, I think people seek a mirror of themselves. They're looking for somebody like them. And so, of course, a human being fits that mold much better than a machine. So there's always going to be a market for it. And there's more and more people, too. Like, we have more and more people. There's going to be these jobs available. They don't require that much technical expertise. They're going to be available. Okay? And like, once it gets to a point where we have, like, almost everything automated, it's going to be about interfaces. It's going to be about, tech support. And, again, customer service will be paramount. And I think that it's going to be important. It'll have one of the strongest futures of any career path in this country, United States, and elsewhere. long term. Because you're talking again about personality. Your automated machine might do the job, but it doesn't have personality. It doesn't give us any kind of warm feeling like we had a successful interaction with another human being. The level of articulation, the level of abstraction that a human can handle, that a machine might not be able to. Yet, again, all these things, like I am a futurist, I do know that all these things will be probably solved by a certain point. But persuasion, a machine only again, I think Scott Adams would actually disagree with me on this. He'd say, like, well, if we can think it, then a computer can. If we can imagine it, then we can code it. And that's probably true. I mean, he's probably right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's probably possible to code a computer that's as friendly and conversational and nice as a human being. I just don't think that it's such a big market that everybody would be like cast aside by machines. Like, there's going to be, when everything is being handled by people that don't code. If you don't learn to code, as I haven't, there's going to be fewer jobs out there in the future. There's going to be it's going to be harder to get jobs once more and more. Machines are there to do manual labor. It's going to be harder. And so it will be all about it will all be about the touch point, the interaction between you, the customer, and the service. And if you have a person there that's delivering the service to you, I prefer that. I actually spoke with my brother the other day, and he said, well, I kind of prefer the machine. For different applications, I would say that that's the case. But I think it gives me personally, it gives me dopamine. It gives me happiness chemicals to talk to other people. So I think that there's going to be a lot of this in the future. People's skills are going to be valuable, very valuable. And of course, I talked about the context of entertainment. So you're going to be watching, right now you're watching a YouTube video by a relatively new YouTuber. Like, I've only been making videos since about January 2019, right? But you're getting this from me. You're not getting it from some, machine reading a script or reading articles. And there are videos like that out there, of course, of people, machines just reading off articles in a Siri voice or whatever kind of computer voice you like, Cortana. But personality sells. Personality is a product. Entertainment is a product. So I think that it's going to last well into the, through the rest of the information age, into the golden age, as some call it. And whatever happens through the rest of the 21st century, people are going to be making content, making jokes, making all kinds of stuff. I think that people are going to be the product. People are going to be the product. Everything will be taken care of in terms of the technology, but then you'll have people that are at the front of it and that guide the experience so that it's personal, it's more social. But of course, because technology can't match the personality of a human. But of course, there are stories about how customer service is bad. So if you read on Reddit, you have places like R Tales from Retail, or R Rants from Retail, Tales from Customer Service, Tales from Tech Support. Yeah, people abuse the shit out of service people, servers, waitresses, waiters. People abuse tech support. People abuse customer service reps, especially if you work at a big box store. You're getting abused fairly often by customers that want discounts, and if you can't give them the discount, they get mad. I mean, I've read literally hundreds of stories on this, and I've seen it. I've seen how rude people are to servers, the wait staff. They don't tip. There's all these different things that happen. So it's a very grueling experience. And that's probably not going to change because people are not always rational. We are irrational beings, and they're not always kind. They're not always nice. They're often quite mean. It's just the nature of humanity. So I say here as a closing, I say respect all people, especially those who strive to make your day more enjoyable. Whether it's a natural inclination of theirs, if they get actual serotonin, happiness chemicals, dopamine, or there's another really important one. As long as they're not getting cortisol from it, they're enjoying it. They might do that. They might receive a benefit from the way they're talking to you, or it might just be part of their job. They might just be doing it as part of their job. Either way, you should be nice and respect people that are serving you, because they're often, again, making a lot less money. And the reason why I think, of course, we talk about automation here, there's going to be fewer jobs for people. And customer service doesn't pay that much. It doesn't. Usually it doesn't pay that much. But I'm saying in the future, there's just going to be fewer jobs in general. And there's going to be more of a desire for people to have content. I think I really wish YouTube would stop their verification stuff, whatever they've been doing. They went through all those Vox adpocalypses after the cry bully Carlos Maza from Vox did his thing. He used to work for Media Matters, and then he went to Vox, doesn't work there anymore. But there were a bunch of adpocalypses, and YouTube, which used to be about like the people, used to be about like selling people's personalities, well, for free. I use YouTube Premium, but people were, putting themselves online and sharing. And I think that's large. Like having a big personality and being very persuasive is going to help people going forward into this highly technologically advanced age of the 21st century. It'll up the value of those individuals. So